Welcome back. Israeli MPs gave him a standing ovation multiple times. Not just that, they later lined up for selfies with the Indian Prime Minister. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu hailed Modi as a great friend of Israel, a great leader of the world, and said he had never been more moved. In his historic address, Prime Minister Modi took a clear stand against terror, reaffirmed full support for Israel, and emphasized stronger bilateral ties and also a shared future. He also mentioned Palestine, calling for a peaceful solution, and he described the Holocaust as the darkest chapter in human history, and also paid tribute to the Indian Jewish community. Notably, Prime Minister Modi has been honored by both the sides, receiving top civilian awards from Palestine in 2018 and also from Israel in 26 and also from Israel as well, perhaps underscoring India's balanced diplomatic outreach in the region.
India has been the fastest growing major economy in the world. Soon, we will be among the top 3 economies globally. At the same time, Israel is a powerhouse of innovation and technological leadership. This creates a natural foundation for our forward-looking partnership. We are committed to expanding trade, strengthening investment flows, and promoting joint infrastructure development. The bilateral investment treaty signed last year will provide confidence and predictability to our businesses. No cause can justify the murder of civilians. Nothing can justify terrorism. India has also endured the pain of terrorism for a long time. We remember the 26/11 Mumbai attacks and the innocent lives lost, including Israeli citizens. Like you, we have consistent and uncompromising policy of zero tolerance for terrorism with no double standards. Terrorism aims to destabilize societies, to block development, and to erode trust. I also carry with me the deepest condolences of the people of India for every life lost and for every family whose world was shattered in the barbaric terrorist attack by Hamas on October 7. We feel your pain. We share your grief. India stands with Israel firmly, with full conviction in this moment and beyond. The Gaza Peace Initiative that was endorsed by the UN Security Council offers a pathway. India has expressed its firm support for the initiative. We believe that It holds the promise of a just and durable peace for all the people of the region, including by addressing the Palestine issue. Let all our efforts be guided by wisdom, courage, and humanity. The road to peace is not always easy, but India joins you and the world for dialogue, peace, and stability in this region.
You know, heads of state, prime ministers, they come to the Knesset, we greet them warmly, and it's always an exciting moment. For all of us, and for me too. But I have to tell you, Narendra, my dear friend, I am deeply, deeply moved by your visit here today. Because I have to be diplomatic, I will not rank it, because I'll get into trouble. But I've never been more moved than by your visit here with us, a great friend of Israel, a great champion of the Indian-Israeli alliance, and a great leader on the world stage. Welcome to Jerusalem, my dear friend, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and your distinguished delegation. Welcome to Jerusalem. Narendra, my dear friend, these are not just words. I would almost venture to say, more than a friend, a brother. In many ways, brothers. Now, when you were last here, the two of us, were in the Mediterranean coast, and I said, why don't we take off our shoes and go into the water, which we wanted to purify, and we did, with Israeli technology. So, with all deference to our Christian friends, they said we didn't wade in the water, we walked on water. That's not true. We didn't walk on water, but we did perform miracles since then. Because what we have done is we've doubled our trade, tripled our cooperation, quadrupled our understandings in ways that I cannot begin to describe. And in some ways, probably shouldn't describe. But it's been a wondrous friendship, both personally, between the two of us, and between our two countries and our two peoples. Now, India, as you know, India is a gigantic power of almost 1.5 billion people. Israel is somewhat smaller, somewhat. But Israel is gigantic too. It's a gigantic power. Gigantic in spirit, gigantic in deed, capable of performing miracles. And I want to say that the alliance between us is an enormous multiplier of our individual powers. Enormous multiplier. It's a multiplier of the spirit and a multiplier of deeds and capabilities. We are two ancient civilizations going back thousands of years. And if you look at where human civilization developed on the planet, it developed in a few places. And chief among them, the Indus Valley and the Jordan Valley. These are the places where enormous things developed, enormous spiritual things, conceptual things, matters of the heart, matters of the mind, matters of morality We're two ancient civilizations. We share so many common interests. We're two democracies. You're a gigantic democracy, but Israel is also, think about what we had to do, what we had to go through, and how we maintained our democracy against challenges that I believe few countries, if any, have faced. We are now deepening our deep bond.
And well, that was the speech by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu giving a warm welcome to Prime Minister Modi. We also heard chants of Modi at the Knesset after Prime Minister Modi's speech. This perhaps has only laid down strong ties, strong foundation of India-Israel ties ahead of bilaterals which will take place tomorrow. Meanwhile, my colleague Aditya Rajkal has sent us this report from inside the Knesset. Take a look.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has ended his speech inside the Israeli parliament, and right behind me you can see he's being mobbed for pictures and videos and selfies by the Israeli members of the parliament. Never before has this occurred that an Indian Prime Minister has spoken inside the Knesset, and there is so much of excitement and enthusiasm by the Israeli parliamentarians. You can see right behind me he's being mobbed for selfies. In fact, the Speaker of the Israeli Parliament has bestowed upon him the first medal of the Knesset upon Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Prime Minister affirmed that India stands with Israel when it comes to terrorism, and certainly the strategic partnership will be taken to another level. It was more than 30 minutes of speech by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, speaking about the enthusiasm that Israel and India have in common, and of course, speaking the Israeli term, "Am Israel Chai." That clearly means that the people of Israel continue to live. This is similar to Jai Hind in India. So a very emotional and powerful speech by Prime Minister, and now he heads towards other events of the day, and tomorrow will be the big bilateral between Netanyahu and Modi. Reporting from inside the Israeli parliament in Jerusalem, this is Aditya Rajkal for NDTV. We are inside the Israeli parliament, and we have one of the MPs, Benjamin Netanyahu, joining us. How do you see Prime Minister Modi's speech?
I was a member of parliament, and I'm very happy with the speech of Modi and with the support of Modi, and you do everything with Bibi very well,
right.
And I'm very happy, and I love the Indian people. Thank you very much for everything that you do, and I think the two countries, Israel and India, will do great things together for the economy of India and Israel. Thank you very much.
He also spoke against terrorism and said, "Am Israel Chai." How important is that statement?
Against what?
Against terrorism?
Of course, anybody is against terrorism. What happened here in this 710, it was terrible. It's a good support of you. Thank you very much.